In the name of the warrior, I charge you to be brave. In the name of the father, I charge you to be just. In the name of the mother, I charge you to defend the innocent. Arise, Brienne of Tarth, a knight of the Seven Kingdoms.
Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome to episode 4 of the Stikker Podcast.
I'm Nikki.
And I am Steven. And how you doing, babe?
I'm fine.
Doing good?
Yes, it's a lovely day in Southern California. It's going to be 80 degrees today.
Yes.
Would you like your traffic report? All the freeways suck.
You know, we celebrated Easter this last weekend and got a great workout in today. Mm-hmm. Thank God.
Oh, I didn't gain any weight. Thank you, Jesus.
Because I gotta say, when it comes to holidays, my mama makes the best spread.
Oh, yeah.
I eat way too much every single time I ever am at my mama's house for a holiday.
If you don't know, she's very Italian, very traditional. We had stuffed shells and they were bomb. And delicious. We got leftovers.
Absolutely delicious. Not to mention all of the pasta she makes.
Yes.
Of course, she had to make a ham.
A ham with all the sides. Like it was like a 3-course meal.
Yeah, it's always a very
4-course.
Technically 4.
Appetizer, pasta, ham, dessert.
It is always a very dangerous thing if you don't pace yourself well at a holiday at my mom's house.
You can tell the new people. You can tell.
And after all these years, I still do not pace myself well.
Oh, hell no.
I see the bread, I see the pasta, I see the bruschetta, I see the meat. I just stuff it all in my face. I just eat.
Yes.
It's just pure chaos.
Yes, and it's delicious. Ma, thank you.
Yeah, it is absolutely spectacular. Every single holiday. It is so much fun because, you know, eating with the ones that you love, it's great.
It brings everybody together.
Absolutely. So, episode 2, Game of Thrones.
Season 8.
Season 8. Let's go. So, you were a little underwhelmed
from the first one.
With a lot of people. A lot of people agreed with that, and I totally see it, and I totally get it.
As one of our friends said, I'm going to talk over you all day today.
Yeah, go for it.
Because the podcast is where I get to talk a lot. It's like, shut up, Steven. I was talking to my friend, and they felt that it was rushed, and that is what I feel. That sums up my feeling. Maybe not so underwhelmed, but just rushed. Squeeze everything in. Hurry, fast.
Well, the Jon reveal about his family was a very big deal from the moment you realize that his dad was not Ned Stark.
Yes, R plus L equals J.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the idea that Sam kind of rushed in there was like, dude,
this is it, man.
Yeah, you're the heir to the Seven Kingdoms. You're not just the King of Winterfell. You're the
No.
So yeah, I get everyone's thoughts on that. Fully understand. What were your, kind of letting episode 2 digest a little bit, what were your overall thoughts on episode 2?
It was really good. I liked it. It was a roller coaster of emotion. I feel like also rushed.
Really?
I do feel like they squeeze in as much stuff as they possibly can in, and each scene isn't really extended. Maybe that's because these are shorter episodes and I'm waiting for the long ones. I don't know. I just wish that every episode was like 2 hours.
I mean, we're getting that starting next week because they're all 80 plus moving forward.
Yeah, which I'm excited about because I like, you know, watching everything just completely unfold. And it's just, I don't know. I want more. I want everything.
I really enjoyed it.
Maybe that's because we binged them.
I mean, that definitely has an effect, I think. Just the way that we watched literally every episode of the show.
Back to back. Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely has an impact on how we watch it now. I really like it. I like having the episodes digest, getting the idea to feel what it's like.
I would prefer this over having binged it. Because now I get to watch every episode over again. Before, when we were binging it, I didn't want to be spoiled, so I didn't want to like previously on or in the next episode, like I didn't want to see any of that stuff, so I never got to rewatch an episode. So
I really enjoyed this episode. It had all kinds of emotional moments, and they're just setting us up it's going to be really, really, really sad the next
episode.
4 episodes.
Yeah.
Just the constant, the crypt is a safe place. All of these like more reunions, some goodbyes. Just, I got an overall feeling of just, I'm preparing for the worst.
Oh, 100%.
Hoping for the best, preparing for the worst, because this is going to be some shit.
I did see one of the comments from last night's video, and it was Steven crushing Nikki's hopes and dreams. Every single time I get excited about something, Steven's like, nope.
We'll get to those comments, don't you worry. That one is clipped off.
Okay.
We could acknowledge it.
All right, well, let's get into the first topic.
Which is Daenerys. There were 2 pretty key scenes with her in this episode. Mm-hmm. The first one being Sansa.
Yes.
Where it felt like things were moving in a good direction until Sansa was like,
what about after?
What happens after we win all of this?
Yeah.
And then Daenerys like pulls her hand off. They were holding hands for a minute.
I was like, no, don't stop talking. Damn it. Get out of here.
And there's one thing that kind of jumped out at me, which kind of leads into the next kind of major part is, Daenerys says, now I'm here, half a world away, fighting Jon's war alongside him. Tell me who manipulated whom.
She manipulated Jon.
No. Jon is getting what he wants. Jon was able to flip the script on everyone, and rightfully so, because this war is more important currently. You got to take care of the dead if you can. Because if you can't, nothing else matters.
Okay, then I change my answer.
To what? I didn't ask you.
Jon manipulated Daenerys. But I feel like there's manipulation both ways.
Of course, but it leads into the next thing with the conversation with Jon, where she goes down in the crypt, and Jon is standing there in front of his mama, Lyanna, and Daenerys asks, who is that? And then she was like, oh, my brother raped her. I thought he was a nice guy. And Jon's like, well, he actually was. He loved her. They actually got married. They actually had a child. That child was me. I am a Targaryen. And like her reaction immediately was just like,
you're going to take my throne.
Oh, shit. And, I totally understand her immediate reaction being a little kind of thrown off by it. Mm-hmm. But at what point in this journey has Jon, and again, it could be a bigger grand scheme in her brain, you never know.
Yeah.
But at what point has Jon ever proven to not be an honest, upfront, kind of like honorable person for her to not trust him?
Yeah. Well, I mean, in the words of, I think it was Pauly Shore in Biodome.
Oh, jeez.
Jon's thinking locally. She's thinking globally. You like those movie references? I do.
I think they're always a lot of fun.
I enjoy them.
But that's why I clipped that one quote, because initially, like a lot of the comments were defending her, and I totally get it.
I have a comment on that as well.
And the idea that her immediate focus went to the throne, which again, I'm tired of all these folks worrying about the throne and who's going to be king. Like, let's get through this shit first.
Right.
Let's get through this battle.
Priorities.
These fucking White Walkers are at your front door now.
Legit.
We don't need to worry about who's going to be sitting on the throne. But granted, it's been Daenerys' entire life goal.
I get it.
And the idea that she immediately went to, oh, this is a secret that your best friend and your brother knew?
Yes, and that it was going to be what my comment was about. And thank you to somebody in the comments as well. Because, and again, I appreciate these comments because you get me thinking about stuff that I didn't think about.
Right.
It didn't even cross my mind. That she's talking about, oh, well, you heard this from Brienne and your best friend, meaning like, oh, they're trying to undermine me by telling you these things. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, and it goes right into the quote that she said to Sansa. Like, who manipulated whom? So now she's got an immediately thing, like it's already planted in her head because she said it. Like the idea that someone might be manipulating her, taking advantage of her, using her armies, using her dragons
right.
to get what they want. And then, like, she even said it during, like, it was another one of, like, she's got this whole betrayal thing, like, in her brain, because she even said that about Tyrion. Like,
yes.
oh, your brother's here. Of course your little brother's going to side with you up until the moment that he slices my throat.
Yep.
Like, so she's clearly she is very defensive. And, I mean, I think she should be.
I understood about the Tyrion stuff. I understood. Did they fool you?
Right.
Or am I the fool? Are you the fool? Are you the traitor? I forget how she said it, but you get the gist.
You're either a traitor or you're too stupid to see what would happen, basically.
You're a fool. Yeah.
But I understand her idea of being defensive because she is in a foreign land. She's
Correct.
never been there before.
Correct.
Clearly the people of the North are very put off by her and her whole company, like all of them. And, you know, I totally see both sides of it because obviously she's got a goal. She's kind of had to put that goal kind of to the side for this other thing where she's like, who manipulated who? Like, I'm here fighting Jon's war now. Oh, and you're a Targaryen and you're the last male Targaryen, which makes you technically the heir of the throne.
Yeah, this just flipped her whole world upside
Completely.
down.
So I totally see both sides of it. And again, I don't know how this all works. We haven't got to see this play out on the show yet. But can Jon just be like, I don't want this? She could rule. Or could the mob be like, no, you're the true heir. You're the guy.
But nobody's told anybody else.
I mean, it's starting to spread. I mean, Brandon knows, or Bran, or Three-Eyed Raven, whatever you want to call him. Sam knows.
Third Eye Blind.
Like, Daenerys now knows. Jon knows.
Yeah.
So it's starting to spread. But again, the White Walkers just showed up.
The dragons now.
I don't know how much time there is going to be for conversation.
Right.
Like, there might be like 5 people left. And be like, hey, by the way, she was the queen, but I am now a Targaryen. How should we handle this? So,
okay, but she's older. Like, she should be able to, you know.
that's just not what the tradition says.
I understand.
You know?
And I get that. I get it. I'm just talking.
It's a very interesting dynamic, and I'm very, very curious to see how it all plays out because it is touchy. She does have a history. It is in her blood to be violent.
Correct.
And to kind of use fire to hurt people.
Yes, she's aggressive. She doesn't think things through, I think, all the way sometimes. I mean, Tyrion sometimes helps her with that, but like, you know, bend the knee or I'm going to fucking burn you.
Which is very dangerous. So that whole situation, very, very interested to see how it all plays out. Because again, it really shouldn't be a priority right now.
Right.
The priority is the Night King and the dead that just showed up to Winterfell.
Correct.
Ready to fight.
Yes, sir.
So topic 2, probably the moment
Oh,
of the show to
Yeah.
this point, potentially. You could debate it. I don't think there's a ton of debate, but Brienne getting knighted. That was
so
awesome.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about Jaime in a minute, which
That's my other.
which kind of jumps into like that whole situation.
I got a couple bad comments towards me. Like, how dare you?
But just the overall idea that, you know, Brienne has been on a pretty wild journey herself. She's been through a lot.
Yes, she has.
And just the conversation with her and Thurman being like, women can't be knighted. Like, this is tradition. He's like, fuck tradition. And then,
Yeah,
like, if I was a
Thurman.
king, he's next. He's the next topic. But the fact that Jaime's like, you don't need to be a king to knight someone.
Correct.
Night to night, we could do this. And it was just such a great moment.
Let's do this tonight.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And just
I get it.
just the idea that all of this stuff is happening, you know, that's another one of those good moments
Right.
that, you know, the calm before the storm, the calm before the horrific actions of what might be taking place. But I felt like Brienne is such a great character.
I love her so much.
I'm so happy that she got that moment.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah. correct. Well, you know what I mean. Yes, you are correct. She's the best. Yes, she deserves that moment. She deserves every moment. She's great.
And just her and Thurman might, like, the comedic moments between the two of them. It's like,
I kind of want her to
so
just
great.
throw him a bone so he can just shut up.
Well, I think it's too late now because they got to go line up and go fight.
Yeah.
But just like, even she got a little uncomfortable. She's like, oh, I'm happy you're here. I mean, happy fighting here with us. And she's like, no, I didn't want to lead you on.
Yeah.
Such a great, like, it is great when you have such a high drama situation.
Right.
And you have that comedic relief.
Yes.
Because
that's how I felt about the whole episode. It's like, I'm laughing, no, I'm crying. No, I'm laughing, no, I'm crying.
It just gives it that extra dimension that just makes it that good. Because anything that's great, like you look at the Avengers, for example, there is some really high drama, really intense emotional shit, but they always manage to throw a little joke in there, which lands every single time and it works great. And Thurman has been that.
Yes.
His comedic little one-liners.
I just love it. I've always had blue eyes.
Yeah, like that was great from episode 1. And then his whole story about the giant thing, which I apologize to everyone. It didn't make it into the reaction just because it was a long story, very limited on time in terms of what we're allowed to use for fair use. It was a really great, hilarious moment. It just didn't drive the story a whole lot. So I kind of made an executive decision to cut it out.
Yes.
But it really was hilarious. He's like, I killed a giant when I was little and
10.
10.
And then I went with this woman and then she suckled me at the teat for 3 months. Like, ew, dude, you're gross. And
then he went on to chug the giant horn of milk.
Oh my God, it was so, like, it was cringy, that part. I was like, dude, ew, gross.
You made the comment that it sounded like he was drinking out of a toilet.
It did.
It's just so gross.
It just sounded like a dog drinking out of a toilet. It had that echo and like the...
It's so nasty. He's like, but that's why I'm so strong. Giant's milk.
Oh,
it's like,
God.
Dude, you are a special individual.
Yeah.
Like, he's funny, he's awkward, and the fucker could fight.
Yeah.
Like, he is absolutely great.
Can you imagine those Brienne and Thurman babies?
They would be monsters.
They would.
They would mess some shit up.
Little redheads.
For sure.
Little ginger babies.
Yeah. But they would be dangerous.
Yes, they would.
They might be the best fighter in all of the land.
A wildling and a knight. Dope.
Brianna's dope.
Love her
she
so
really
much.
is dope.
Yes.
Redemption stories.
Yes.
We got there are two really amazing redemption stories playing out kind of simultaneously. We kind of touched on it real quick with Jaime. But this dude, I love his story. He is, like I went on a really cool kind of wrestling rant about him early in our reactions. And it's just one of those things where early on, you despise this guy.
Yes.
He was a huge douchebag.
Oh my
God.
God.
Total arrogant prick. Like I could beat up anybody. I'm the best looking dude around. Like he just walked around like his shit didn't stink.
Yes, that's exactly what I was gonna say. It's like, oh, you fancy though.
And then he got captured. Mm-hmm. And then he defended Brienne. Mm-hmm. And then he got his hand cut off.
Yep.
And everything from that moment on completely changed. And when he's with Brienne, he is such a great character.
Well, his whole talk in the baths.
That was one of the best scenes of the whole show.
Yeah, I mean, he laid it all out. It was just like, oh, I get it.
Yeah. But he still managed to kind of like become like that switch got flipped. He would go back to being that arrogant asshole when he was around Cersei. And it was just like, she's a cancer. She's a toxic character as amazing bad guy. She is so great. But she was a bad influence on Jaime.
Yes.
Very bad influence. And
well, as soon as he got back home with one hand, everybody shit talked him. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, look, your story isn't finished because you haven't done anything great. Like, you're a dick, Joffrey.
Yeah, that was messed up. But it was great at the end of last season that he finally made the decision to walk away from her. Mm-hmm. And I think his redemption arc, like, he is a babyface all the way now. Unless there's some dirty little plan that's kind of setup that we all don't know about between him, Tyrion, and Cersei to forever keep that Lannister line kind of strong.
I mentioned in the reaction, like, I'm not sure where to place him in my head, like compartmentalize him. Because, okay, yeah, he's on the good guy team now, but he's done so much horrible shit, but he's on the good guy team now. And it's like, you know, I understand why everybody hates his guts. And it's like, oh shit, like, you have to be understanding, but also root for him. It's tough for me, but yes, I do like him as a character. He is excellent. Like, I can't wait to see what he does. Is there fight under Brienne? That was so awesome.
Like the moment with the knighting, and then him basically being like, "I'm not the fighter I once was. Would you have me?" And like, both those moments were spectacular. But like, it's always, I don't think that this is going to happen, but it's always kind of in the back of my mind if he's ever going to go back to Cersei, because of that. Just they're twins. They've got that special connection. They're blood. They're lovers. They've got all this stuff going on. Or has Jaime finally completely realized who she is, what she is, and made the decision to not ever go back to her?
Do you think that Bronn is going to kill him?
Because
he's getting all soft and he's getting all sentimental and all nice and stuff, and now Bronn's going to come in there and be like, "Pink, you're out."
That's a really, really good kind of question, because where is Bronn's loyalty right now?
Right.
He is loyal to whoever could pay him the most money.
Correct.
And Tyrion has always been on record saying, whatever anyone else is paying you, I will double it. But when Bronn and Qyburn were having that conversation, he was like, there's a load of stuff right outside waiting
just
for you.
Yeah.
So like the fact that Cersei might have already kind of like sealed that deal.
Okay, but like, so he already has the money. Does he then have to go through with it? And who's going to come after him if he doesn't?
Yeah. Again, it's one of those situations where does it even matter at this point? Are these people going to be around to either see consequences if they don't follow through, or if they even make it through these things? Like,
right.
It is
that's where my head's at.
Yeah. And Bronn's a sellsword. He is a hired gun all the time. That's his primary job. And he was promised a castle and a wife. He got it. And then, you know, Jaime kind of removed it from him. And
he needed him to save his daughter.
Yeah. So it's one of those things where I think I said this when we talked about it last time. I don't want to do any disservice to Bronn, the character, because again, he's a really great character, and he's proven to be loyal to Jaime and to Tyrion. And now he's been hired by the sister to kill both of them. And he's like, this fucking family.
I know, right? Well, I mean, true though. This fucking family is outrageous.
They are. And it's just one of those things where it's something I'm really torn on, because I feel like if Tyrion can't provide, or Jaime provide the double to match whatever Cersei's paying him, then he's going to follow through.
That's a question. Where's Tyrion going to get this money, yo?
Exactly. I don't know. I don't know if he could pull that off. And again, I don't know if it's going to come down to it. I don't know if Bronn's going to make it there to kill them, or if the battle's going to be going and he shows up, he's like, fuck this shit, I'm leaving.
Right, I'm out.
I don't really know.
He doesn't have dragon glass, and he doesn't have Valyrian steel. The
battle is starting next episode. Where is, like, we didn't see Bronn in all this episode, so we don't know where he is in terms of the geography of his travels.
Right.
So, very interesting thing. Do I think he does it? If push comes to shove and he has the opportunity, I think he would.
I think so. But I think he's got too much of a relationship with Jaime and Tyrion.
I mean, it's very possible.
How can you just be like, yeah, I'm going to kill you now?
I don't know.
I feel like he's going to try
he's rich.
He's going to go up to do it, and then he's going to be like, nah.
That Qyburn conversation was very interesting, because he was like look what she's done for me. What would he do for the person who murdered her two treasonous brothers? Like, that might have clicked something in his brain. I don't know. Again, I love the character. I don't want to do any disservice to him as a person. But again, it goes back to what he is. He's a sellsword. So who knows? Theon.
Oh, That was so good. That actually made me cry. Like, the tears actually fell down.
One of the last things I expected going into this season was that the two most emotional scenes were going to be Theon's.
Right? Oh my God. Like, you just want to, like, hold him and, like...
Like, he has turned into such an honorable, like, good dude.
He just needed to be, completely broken. And stripped of everything that matters.
Yeah, because him saving Yara in episode 1 and then them having the conversation being like, oh, you want to go back to Winterfell? Okay, that makes sense. He wants to go live and serve and fight and defend the Starks. This episode, him and Sansa, that reunion was just had all the feels.
Theon saved her. Oh my God.
It was just one of those moments.
Jumped together.
It was a spectacular moment. And just the fact that he volunteered to go kind of watch Bran and protect him because of the, like, we'll talk about the plan that they have for the Night King. But, like, he's volunteering. He's like, I took this castle from you. Let me defend it for you. Yeah. And it's like, dude, you are amazing.
I mean, I still remember the bad shit that he's done.
Of course.
Those 2 farmer boys, they didn't deserve that. I mean, but I'm just, I think he's kind of, can be forgiven for that now.
Yeah, his redemption arc is complete, I feel like. Mm-hmm. And I think his story ends in the next episode.
Ah, shit. I mean, because everybody that they have, like, heartfelt moments with just going to end up dying.
Yeah, it's going to be rough. It's going to be real rough. But just between him and Jaime and their just storylines and their arcs and their road to redemption, it's been spectacular to watch because the storytelling for both of them has been so good.
Right.
And I love a good story.
Yes, you do.
I love it.
And you tell it so well through editing.
I try my best.
Yes.
But I'm just really happy. Like, Theon and Sansa were sharing a moment. I don't know if they'll have a moment to share with each other.
How?
Other ways. There's other ways. I mean, Missandei and Grey Worm clearly had a moment. So true. Who knows? Who knows what they're capable of? But
we're not going to get into that on this episode.
Yeah, exactly.
We're rated R, but we're not rated X.
But if you had to pick which redemption story you've enjoyed more, which one is it?
Theon. I mean, right now, I'm going to say Theon. I have every right to change my mind. So, next week it's going to be Jaime, I'm sure.
I think right now I'm going to pick Jaime. Just because I feel like I despised him more. Mm-hmm. Like, I just didn't like him more. Like, but then again, the stuff that
you
Theon
both feel
did,
bad for them.
Right.
Multiple reasons why you just feel bad for them. And then it's like, oh, you're fucking dick. And then now it's like, oh, you're poor baby. And now it's like, you're just a jerk.
I think a lot of my picking Jaime's story over Theon's is just the relationship with Brienne.
Yeah, I get it.
Like, the whole Oath Keeper moment was amazing.
Let me go get my sword.
Yeah, like, and then this episode with the knighting and, like, just all that stuff coming kind of full circle is just, yeah, I think I picked Jaime right now.
Do you think Cersei could ever be redeemed? If she comes through with the Golden Company?
I'm on record saying that I believe almost every character is redeemable.
If she's like, oh shit, I'm going to bring the Golden Company. But I think she's going to, if she ever does that, it's only for her advantage. She's going to be like, oops, we accidentally killed Daenerys and Jon.
I'm going to put her on the list of people that I don't believe at this point. If we had more show, I would say maybe.
Yeah.
But we really only have 4 episodes left.
Which makes me sad.
And she's done a lot of vile shit, and she is clearly, like, the best bad guy.
She is her father's daughter.
So I don't know. I would say it would take a lot.
Yeah.
It would take a whole lot.
I mean, I don't like her, so I don't really care.
Yeah. So I would say as of right now, I would say no, she's not.
She can fall off a cliff for all I care. Just saying. She can go through the moon door.
Oh, man.
I want to see body parts flying in.
Yeah, that would be a lot of fun. I mean, she needs, as epic of a bad guy as she is, she needs that epic death.
I mean, minus the pregnancy. Don't hurt the baby. I'm just saying.
The baby might be hurt.
Kill Cersei.
As it is. because she's not supposed to have another baby. So
at her advanced age.
Well, just the prophecy says that it's her 3 kids have happened, and she's already followed through, and they've died. So, So who knows? There were, as I kind of mentioned off the top, my takeaway, there were way too many great moments in this episode. Just immediately in a show like this, I can't but think of the bad that's going to happen. But the main happy moments that I jotted down here, and I want your take on all 3 of them.
Okay.
So Ed and Thurman reuniting with Jon. Like, that was great.
Oh, I love it.
And like Thurman just kind of came out of nowhere and just like buried, like he made you jump.
I know,
actually.
he came right into the scene, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, you jumped. But Ed and even Sam, like all of them standing on the wall together, and he's like, our watch has begun, and he's like, Sam, you need to go into the crypt, and he's like hitting Sam with all these nicknames like Samuel Tarly, the killer of White Walkers.
Yeah.
And Sam was like, I killed Thens. He's like, a Then.
Then.
Just one.
Yes.
So like that was a really great moment. That dude's not making it out of this either. Ed's gonna die as well. I'm just saying it.
See, there you go, crushing my hopes and dreams.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Where's the Deadpool?
I'm a realist. I
know you are.
But like those moments were great because, you know, Sam was like, oh, remember, like they all started, like their journey started together. Yeah. And they were like, oh, Pip, and you know, that was I don't talk about it. That was a sad but like heartfelt, like great moment right before they're all about to go into battle. Davos and the little girl.
I know, Tila.
Tila, was that her name?
I wrote it down.
The getting the whole, and apparently Shireen's music was playing during that scene.
I didn't want to talk about it. I felt bad. Like, yeah, but like her little face and how she wants to participate, and oh baby.
Yeah, and like you could just see it in Davos's face.
He was
like,
and then Gilly came over like a mama, and I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, that was great. And
I held it in real good for that one, you guys. You don't even know.
That little girl's like, my brothers were fighters. I want to fight. And then Gilly's like, oh, well, good, because you're going to protect us down in the crypt.
Like, she's good.
The safest place there is. No. Not. And then the third great moment that I jotted down was Grey Worm and Missandei, and he vowed to protect her when this war was all over.
And they're going to go to Noth. And be on the beach.
One of them is dying.
Stop. Ruin everything.
I mean, that was it was another one of those great moments where it's like, oh shit, Grey Worm is taking the army out front. Like, you're never going to see each other ever again.
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to be able to fulfill that vow of protecting her. But like, my immediate thought was like, isn't Daenerys going to need the Unsullied when she's queen? If she's sitting on the Iron Throne?
Yeah, she's going to need the Unsullied. He doesn't necessarily think she's going to need him.
But he said that his people, so he's going to take the army with him. Is what I implied.
Okay, well, I mean, once Daenerys takes over like King's Landing, then she's going to have the Golden Company, right?
Depends on who hires them.
Oh, that's true. Well,
if Jaime or if Cersei's taking them into battle against them at some point and they get slaughtered, like what good?
Yeah, there's gonna be nothing left.
What is?
I mean, because like
all
otherwise,
Daenerys
there's
has to do is fly dragons and burn them.
Right, there's no other army, right? That's it. Yeah. I'm sure you guys are gonna correct me.
I mean, the Lannister army's still out there. The Iron Fleet is still out there.
But they're not.
The Unsullied, the Dothraki.
They're all not. I mean, some of those fools are not going to bend the knee. They're going to end up burnt.
I mean,
if they make it.
Right. That's always the big thing is if. But
whatever happens afterwards.
I would imagine the Dothraki are going to stay with Daenerys all the way to the end.
Yes, that's 100%. So, I mean, that's a given.
I mean, does she really need anything else but the Dothraki? Is anyone going to fuck with her if she's still got dragons and Dothraki?
Probably not.
Yeah.
Probably not.
That's a great combo. Dragons and Dothraki. Mm-hmm. No one's going to mess with her.
I feel like it just goes hand in hand.
Yeah. So some other major takeaways from the episode that kind of didn't fit into any of these categories. Ghost!
I know, but it was so just...
What was that?
Just sitting there on the side. Like, what?
Looking all small and shit, too.
I know. He looked teeny tiny.
Like, they must have really blown their CGI budget on episode 1 with all that dragon stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, Ghost didn't even, like... It almost felt like a moment where people were outraged after episode 1, and they were like, wait... Get Ghost in there. Put him in.
And they edited him in. Because nobody mentioned him. Nobody looked at him. Nobody touched him. Nothing. He was just there.
That is a giant swing and a miss.
Yeah.
That we didn't get a giant Ghost charging Jon.
I mean, minus Nymeria. He's the only other direwolf. Come on, man.
But just the idea that we didn't get that moment. Because we got it once. And it was amazing.
Yeah.
Like, the fact that Ghost didn't tackle Jon... Like, oh my God, you're home. Like, I feel like we were 100% robbed of what could have been an absolutely epic moment. Because you've seen all those videos online, I'm sure. That stuff goes viral of, like, the person coming back home from war and the animals there and they just fucking lose their mind.
Oh, I lose my mind with crying. I cry every single time.
That's what I'm saying.
When I'm watching those things.
That could have been such a great moment, Ghost and Jon.
Everybody right in the heart.
Yes. Ghost is gonna die.
Shut up. I hate you.
Sorry, that's why I whispered. Did you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Tried to whisper it. Yeah.
You're a dork.
He's gonna die.
You're a giant dork.
So yeah, that was...
Who's with me?
That was kind of... If I had any disappointments from this episode, it was that. That Ghost was just there. And no one acknowledged him.
Yes. Do I have that in my notes?
Do you have that in your notes?
I don't even have it in my notes because that's how tiny it was.
Yeah.
I'm going to put it in my notes right now.
So major takeaway number 2 is just how many times people mention the crypt being a safe place.
Yeah.
That place clearly is not the safest place in Winterfell currently because of the way people kept talking about how safe it is.
By the way, I'm looking at your notes right now on these many great moments. There's a moment you're missing.
What?
I'm going to raise an eyebrow right now for Arya and Gendry.
Oh,
how dare you?
Well, there's a comment.
Okay.
There was a comment. I mean,
I even drew a little face with an eyebrow raised. That eyebrow raise was dope. Like, she's like, yes, it's happening now.
I mean, she wanted to experience it before.
Take off your pants yourself.
Before she dies.
Get it, girl.
I don't blame her at all.
He was all into it. He's like, hells yes, this is happening now.
Yeah, for sure. Like, yeah. I don't have anything else to say. I thought it was cool.
Okay.
It seems like a necessary thing to do before everyone's going to die.
I just love just the way she kept looking at him throughout last episode and this episode. I was like, girlfriend, just do it.
Apparently people were like freaked out by it.
Why?
I don't know.
Because she's not a little girl anymore?
I mean... She's
a big girl now?
I mean, I think that might throw some people off because we have seen her since she was a little kid.
Oh, she's not a little kid. She's an adult.
She's a little savage. She could take care of herself.
She'll fuck you up.
She could have some sex if
Literally.
she wants. Yeah. Let her enjoy her womanhood.
You know?
Yeah.
Embrace it.
Absolutely. But back to the crypt.
Sorry.
I wonder if it potentially could be too obvious of a thing, and it's just like they wanted to hit you over the head with it as like the safe place when it's not going to be a safe place, but then it might be a safe place. Mm-hmm. Like they said it way too many times in this episode for something to not be up. Like there's something has to be up with this,
right?
And just the fact that
everything is said for a reason.
Basically, everyone down there is incapable of defending themselves. No, for the most part.
Tila's going to take care of it.
And I mean, Sam is on record for killing the very first White Walker, so...
Yeah. Are they going to give him Dragonglass down there?
I sure hope so. Okay. I would hope so. I mean, Sam gave up his sword, which was another great moment,
I know,
by the way.
To Jorah.
That was great. Gave up his family's sword.
Yeah.
Which I hope doesn't come and bite him in the ass. But he even said he can't wield it himself, so...
What is it? Heartsbane?
Heartsbane. Yeah. It was... He'll be down there with hopefully with some Dragonglass weapons. But yeah, like I'm really nervous for everyone down there. Like that just feels like Baby Sam and Sam are the two. At least one of them has to make it out of this. They can't kill Baby Sam because I think Baby Sam's going to be the one telling the story.
Yeah.
Because I I think Sam is documenting everything as we're going. We just don't see him doing it.
Right.
I have a feeling he's writing all the stories down. But yeah, I could just see baby Sam being the one who's kind of like, this is what happened.
Or Bran, if Bran makes it.
He's not going to make it.
Stop. Well, I mean, he has been touched by the Night King.
I didn't realize that him being touched by him and the Night King leaving his mark
meant he knows where he is.
At all times.
Right.
He's like, oh shit. Mm-hmm. Fuck.
I know. John's like, great. Are you kidding me right now?
Like, can you leave King's Landing then?
I know,
or can you leave Winterfell, please?
Here?
Can you go to hang out somewhere else?
Maybe they should just take everybody and just hide Bran and just keep running.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you think of their overall plan? To defeat the Night King. What did you think of that?
I mean, they have to have a plan, so it makes sense.
But what do you think of the plan?
I don't know yet.
Do you think it's a good idea using Bran as bait?
Bait, maybe.
Can you shut your phone off?
Sorry.
While we're busy working, please.
Sorry, it's Lady Onana calling.
Jeez. So unprofessional.
She wanted to say it was me.
Yeah.
Lady Olenna is the Night King.
Oh, jeez. Maybe we'll see her back as a white.
That's fucked up.
She's far away right now.
That's fucked up. She's in Highgarden.
I don't think that's an
dead
option.
on a table.
But yeah, I'm questioning now, and I've seen a bunch of comments about this, and I think I support the idea. Is the Night King even going to be there?
He's going to be riding the dragon.
Why would he show up there if he potentially knows that he's that big of a liability potentially?
I don't know.
I thought it was really interesting that there were a handful of comments about people being like, why Night King's not going to show up. He's going to send his generals to go fight. He might be off to King's Landing, go do something else. Who knows?
I mean, that would be a good plan if I was the Night King.
Whoa.
Hell no.
Stopped, you were messing everything up over here.
I literally didn't touch anything.
Good Lord. Well, don't touch anything now.
I know. There's a spring issue.
Yeah. It's one of those things where if the Night King knows where Brandon is at all times,
right?
Does that mean he can kind of read his thoughts too and understand what's going on? Is he going to know that this plan is being set, this trap essentially?
I don't know. I'm like, can the Night King warg like Bran can?
I don't think. We haven't seen it yet, so we don't know.
I don't know. That was just one of my thoughts. I don't know. That's probably a random theory.
I mean, it's one of those things, again, that we don't know because we haven't seen it play out. So I think it's a good plan. If he shows up and it's that easy to lure him into and again, it's another one of those things where we've all been waiting and wondering what the hell the Night King's mission and goal is, and Bran just kind of spit it out. It was like, is that really it? Is that the plan? He just wants an endless night?
Yeah, because he just wants to eliminate all the memories of everyone previously and then just kill off.
Okay.
I mean,
all right.
That's what he wants.
Yeah, why? Does it go back to the whole idea of the children of the forest and creating him to defeat man, and his mission is just to eliminate all human beings?
That's real shitty.
That's scary as hell.
It's a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, with a dude who could fly and control a dragon.
With blue flames.
Nuts. Yikes. So yeah, it's all very interesting. I am very engaged in this season so far, just because I'm so interested to see how it plays out, which I have to imagine everyone else is too.
How long is the next episode?
80.
Is it a long one?
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
It's 84, 88 minutes or something.
Thank God for watching. I apologize for editing, because that's going to suck.
Yeah, it'll be 2 parts because it's so long. I'll be fine.
So keep that in mind.
Yeah.
2 parts.
For sure. I think here on out, because they're all going to be 80 plus minutes, I think they're all going to be there is no way you're going to be able to cut that down into one video and not miss a whole bunch of very important major shit.
Yeah, gotcha.
So
okay.
just keep our fingers crossed that it's okay to do 2 parts and no one gets upset with us.
I mean, so far so good.
I mean,
We did the
episode
first
1 was 2
parts.
parts. We were good. And this one, I was able to... I had to eliminate some really good stuff, but I thought the one video made the most sense for episode 2. So, yeah. I mean, I couldn't imagine basically an hour and a half episode not being cut into 2 parts.
Right.
That's just... It feels like it's impossible.
Gotcha.
So it is now time to read some of your comments and see what y'all had to say about this episode, which is always the most important part, your guys' feedback and our interaction with y'all, because we love it. We love reading your comments. We love hearing from you. So up first, we've got Shane McGowan.
McGowan, dude.
McGowan.
Oh my God. Can you feel my eyes rolling?
Gendry, I think it's time we start seeing other people. Arya, pulling out her faces. Who do you want to see, boo? That's funny.
Which chick you want to be with tonight, yo?
Yeah. You don't like you didn't like me? Well, who do you want? You want Cersei? You want
Ew, dude. Ew.
You want Marjorie?
Oh,
'Cause
Marjorie. Oh, R.I.P.
I don't know if she has a face anymore because she got exploded.
She's into bits and pieces, clean up with a sponge.
She got exploded.
And what does that say? Ratnik.
You'll
You'll be safe in the crypt. Who said what?
First time reading?
Yes. Oh my God.
You'll be safe in the crypt was said way too much. The dead are already in the crypt.
Thank you.
Yes.
Can't read for shit.
And that is probably my biggest fear. Mm-hmm. And
he's going to bring all those motherfuckers back.
Makes me wonder if that's ultimately what Arya was so terrified of in that trailer. Like, why was she down there, first of all? And why the hell was she horrified? Nothing has scared her.
Well, I mean, we talked about this. Are they going to bring Headless Ned back? They going to bring Lyanna back?
It could be... There's so many people dead in that crypt that they could bring back.
Yeah.
And one person I saw, I don't think I clipped it, but I think one of the funny comments is like, they're just skeletons. They have no connective tissue. How are they going to work?
Thank you. But
we've seen it before.
We've seen the whites, you don't need any connective tissue.
We've seen basically skeletons fighting at least once or twice.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that matters.
Right.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
So Team Laser Shark. Every time Tormund opens his mouth, he reminds me why I love him. Sad the milk scene was cut out.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Oh. But yeah, his comedic.
Yes. Oh yes, all day. Like Tormund, talk to me all day.
It's a much needed laugh.
Yes.
In this show.
He's the relief.
Yeah. So it was spectacular. You want to read this one?
I'm going to try to read it. I'm not going to guarantee that I can read it. Solid Snake 295. Nice to see Ghost finally out of witness protection. Even if it was just standing in the background. No, it's not good enough, damn it.
Yeah, it wasn't.
He needs to be a part of it. He needs to nuzzle on Jon or something. I don't know.
That, mentioned it a minute ago. Don't need to harp on it.
I know.
I think it was the biggest letdown so far.
Just saying.
So, I'm not going to try to say this name. Burdell.
Ooh, Razima.
Razima. Podrick singing gave me vibes from Lord of the Rings when Merry, it was actually Pippin, sang to...
Denethor?
Yeah, Denethor. I always mess up his name. In the throne room during... Were you ever familiar with that? Lord of the Rings? When Pippin was singing right before they were charging into battle?
Vaguely. I haven't watched
I went back and watched it
in a while.
I went back and watched it because I wanted to hear it again. Yes. Totally. Thank you so much for I think there were a few comments on that. And that's one of the things that I love about the comments is just the idea that you bring back things that might not be in the forefront of my brain. I love Lord of the Rings, but there would never be a moment that I would have kind of connected those two.
Okay. Yeah.
You know?
I also really appreciate the comments. You guys give us perspective that we didn't have.
Totally. And that when I went back and watched that scene, it was exactly the same type of tone.
Right.
You knew people were dying, they were going into battle.
Somber.
It was just a really nice song kind of to set up a really horrific moment. Mm-hmm. And good job on kind of bringing that up, because they're also talking about this being episode 3 being the biggest battle since Helm's Deep, which was an insane battle.
And everybody's like, oh, next Sunday, Nikki's going to be crushed. I'm like, why? Why you got to say that?
Backyard Devil.
I like this one. I'm going to read it.
Okay,
I'm going to read it. I love how Steven likes to destroy Nikki's mood whenever something positive happens.
Boom.
And that was the comment I was referencing because you suck.
Boom.
LOL, how about no?
That's a funny name.
I love that screen name. The irony of Robert Baratheon's bastard falling in love with Lyanna Stark's lookalike. It's true.
Yeah, and it feels like it's another callback from the pilot where Ned's like, I've got a son, you got a daughter, let's unite our houses. Obviously, it was different circumstances back then because it was, talking about Joffrey and Sansa.
Ugh.
And now we've got Arya and Gendry. Mm-hmm. That's a much better couple.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the son he didn't know about.
Right. Exactly.
Okay.
I wonder if
I'll let you read this.
I wonder if he could become more important than just being a bastard. I hope he could get legitimized.
There you go. We got it. We can work this together.
Blah, 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 blah. My first time talking. Sorry.
Hey, same.
Earth and air and rain. Man,
I wouldn't have gotten that from that screen name.
I had to go with the mouse and go letter by letter. Man, oh man, there's a competition, but Gwendolyn Christie wins this episode.
100%.
Yes. I hope I put it in the reaction. I don't know if I might have cut it out on accident, but her smile after she got knighted was so great.
I said, oh, she's smiling. Like a legit, joy from within.
She was so happy.
Yes, she was. And she deserves it all day.
It was such a great moment for her.
Michael Acker, Jaime Lannister, the quotation or parentheses Night Kingslayer. I mean, one can only hope.
Could you imagine?
I want Jaime to take his metal hand and shove it into the Night King. I think that'd be dope. Is that made out of Valyrian Stelio?
I doubt it.
Ah, damn.
And Thurman kind of during their little powwow was like, what did he call him? The King Killer?
Mm-hmm. I was like, dude, you ain't got that right. That is so wrong.
He's the Kingslayer, but it could have been a nice little foreshadow to be like, is Jaime actually going to kill this dude? Is that where his redemption arc's going to go? Is he going to be the one to win the day?
While killing the Night King, he dies. Oh. And becomes the Night King. I'm just kidding.
Oh. Whoa. I mean, if he's the one, and I'm sure there's a long list of people who have betting odds as to who's going to kill the Night King. Mm-hmm. If he's the one to do it, holy shit.
That'd be dope.
That would be an insane end to his story.
I mean, because you're not expecting that. I wouldn't expect Jaime to kill the Night King. I'm expecting a dragon, a Jon, somebody else.
A Brandon.
Yeah. Sorry, Bran.
The
Three-eyed raven.
The third-eyed raven.
I'm gonna keep saying it. First time using the English language, apparently.
This is a fun one.
Yes.
This is great.
Ghost Meme Slayer. The next 4 weeks are going to be the longest 4 weeks of my life. Mm-hmm. No joke. Mm-hmm.
Especially with all these episodes being so long.
Yeah.
It's going to feel like the next month is going to be an absolute, it's going to feel like a marathon.
We're going to be talking about this stuff for the rest of our lives, yo.
We could only hope, because I would have to imagine everyone is like, I don't want this to end.
Yeah.
There's only 4. That's such a crazy thing to say. There's only 4 episodes left in this entire show.
But there's 8 seasons. I mean, that's a good run.
Yeah. It's just they got to stick this landing, though.
Yeah. I mean, can he hurry up and finish the books?
I don't think
those.
Good
Lord. They don't even know that Jon's alive.
Yeah, I don't
Spoiler alert.
Those are definitely not coming out before the show ends.
No.
I would have to imagine.
No. He's got other shit.
Samantha Nixon. Who else besides me thinks we will see Nymeria and her wolf posse show up to fight and kill for Arya and Winterfell?
That would be amazing. I would love that. I miss Nymeria. She was beautiful.
They'll die, though.
Stop!
if they're
Does the Night King kill animals too?
He killed the dragon.
He killed horses and the dragon. You know what I mean? Like just random animals.
Javelin throw.
You know what I'm saying though?
Like
random
an Olympic
animals.
champion. I mean,
like wolves and deer and all that stuff that are just in the forest randomly. Does he kill all those too?
I mean, I don't know, but if Nymeria and her pack shows up, they're not just gonna be innocent bystanders.
That's true.
They're gonna be wrecking shit.
Bystanders.
That's what I said.
You said bystanders.
Oh, whatever.
And the corrector.
The English language is not my forte. I'm sorry.
Mine either.
But yeah, like they're if they're in there for battle, they're not making it out.
I'm just saying, like the randoms on the sidelines.
I'm sure.
Does he kill those too?
Probably. What does anything matter to them?
It doesn't.
Unless
like
their
those
goal,
poor horses that he's.
Unless
got
their
those
goal is
freaking White Walkers on.
to just eliminate humans. Maybe. I guess the horses never did anything to them.
It's true.
So who knows? I don't.
The
again,
innocence.
We still don't have a whole ton of detail about what his intentions are, or what he does.
That could be like a whole show in itself, like Game of Thrones, The Night King.
I'm pretty sure that's what the prequels are going to focus on. The series that's coming out. I think he's going to be a focus of that. I want to say, but I'm not sure if it goes that far back. I'm pretty sure it does. I think that's the plan.
Yeah.
So.
Angela, is it Gerund? I think we need a how many times did Nikki get hit in the feels counter? A lot.
A lot.
Okay, if somebody can please count that would be great. Go back and watch the episode.
I might not have included all of them in the reaction because there were a lot.
You suck.
Got to go check out the extended. So, Cyrus the Virus. We finally know what Pod did to those girls.
Do we though?
He sang them. He sang to them.
Oh, shit! Please.
So let me get this straight. Pod could sing. He can now fight, and apparently he has some amazing technique to pleasure women.
Apparently, it's a kickstand.
What can't he do?
It's a third leg.
I heard it was something else, but we don't. I don't think we know. I don't think
did he do what Jon did to Ygritte?
Maybe.
And give her a big old kiss down there.
Who knows? But
whoa, this podcast is getting interesting.
Well, they make it interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, like what can't he do at this point?
I don't know.
Pod's like the man.
He is now. He can fight, yo.
Yeah, he was all like teaching people shit.
I know. Grab him with the arms.
Brienne's sitting over there looking like a proud mama.
I know. He's all right.
Yeah, he's all right.
He's okay.
Can you read this one, or is it too small?
It's kind of small.
Nate M. Interesting note. When the little girl and Davos were speaking, the song in the background playing was a song Shireen sang back in season 3. As always, great video. Love the reactions. Thank you for sharing. Thanks, Nate.
Thank you.
Yeah. Again, going back to that scene, that was sad.
That was.
Because like anytime we have any reference or memory or anything brought up of Shireen, it's just like, ooh.
It's a little stab.
That was a rough episode.
I don't like it.
Rough.
I lost it for that one.
And Davos, like when it comes to like, I've said this many times, like when it comes to like the non-top tier main characters, like he might be my favorite one.
Oh, 100%. I mean, like we have a little Davos Funko Pop. Thank you, subscribers.
Yes.
I think that's one of my favorites.
He's such a good dude. No one says Jon Snow better than him. Jon Snow.
Oh my God.
I don't think I did that once last episode.
You didn't.
Jon Snow.
Eye roll.
Jon Snow.
Eye roll. You know what? You don't have a pop filter on.
Sorry, everyone. Jon Snow.
Dude,
all
you headphone
Jon Snow.
Stop, dude. Oh my God.
Jon Snow. Sorry.
We're going to cut to a commercial break right now.
James' son. Steve is emotionally ready. Nikki is about to get wrecked next Sunday.
That just sounds bad on other levels since we were talking about other things. No, I am not. Yes, I am. No, I'm not. Yes, I am.
You are not ready.
I mean, I don't want to cry. Don't make me cry. But I feel like it's going to happen.
I am a really good planner for negative.
He's negative, though. He's a negative Nancy. Sorry about everybody named Nancy. He's just negative all day. He's got a one-way ticket to negative town.
Jon Snow.
Oh, my God.
I'm just really good
at... You guys are watching this video? Oh, my God.
I'm a realist. I am a realist. I see the bad. I prepare for the worst. And if something good happens, then it makes me even more happy. I
try to be positive, and he makes me negative.
You try to be positive, and then a whole bunch of people die, and then you become an emotional nightmare.
Nightmare? I'm offended.
You fall apart when all this bad stuff happens while we're watching the show.
After the episode is over, I'm okay.
For the most part.
Except for when Jon died. I did laps around the house. That episode of Jon dying, I was like, fuck this shit. I'm out. I'm out.
You threw your book at me.
I did. You deserved it.
That was rough.
You deserved it.
I did not kill Jon.
No, but all your fucking Jon Snow's things.
I didn't kill him, though.
Anyways, go ahead.
Fuck Ollie.
Please continue. Oh my God, don't even get me started on Ollie. That's the one child I don't like.
The Empire. Wait, what? I never had in my mind the possibility of Reek and Lady Bolton ending together. Ramsay would be proud.
Fuck Ramsay, dude. Fuck Ramsay.
Sideways. What a comment, though. Reek and Lady Bolton.
Why you gotta bring up old stuff? Don't be bringing that shit up. That was some bad stuff.
But that's not anything that would have ever crossed my mind. Reek and Lady Bolton.
No.
I
don't want to talk about it. I mean, I kind of want to know. I don't want to know, but I want to know what he did to her. But I don't want to know, but I kind of want to know.
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's...
You're picking up what I'm putting down?
Sometimes. That's tough.
Anyways. Continue, please.
Go for it.
I can't read it. It's too small. I don't have my glasses on. I can't do math. Oh, thank you. Oh, can you turn the computer a little bit? Thank you so much. Is that Xyle Katie? Exile Katie? People should give Dany a break. She has spent like 7 years fighting for what's hers because she thought she was the only heir. And now she has just found out that Jon is the rightful heir. So yeah, she has the right to react the way she... But she always needs time to process the news for her to make the best decision. That one was a little jumbled at the bottom there.
Yeah, she needs time to process the news.
I get it.
I get that.
I agree.
Again, it goes back to kind of what we talked about at the beginning. Just her level of just her defense being put up. And the fact that her and Sansa had that conversation, she brought up the idea of like...
The afterwards.
Like who's the one who got manipulated kind of stuff. So it's tricky. I see both sides of it. I absolutely do, because I don't know how I would have reacted in that situation. I don't... If she truly loves Jon, like she said, which I felt like was kind of like another one of those moments that just kind of like blew past us. It's like, oh, I love your brother. Like, if that's true, wouldn't she have kind of a better understanding of him as a person?
Also, the fact that like
it's not like he lied about
found out.
Right. It's not like he's lying about who he is.
Right. He didn't know.
So it's just one of those things where.
And then I also see your friend and your brother are trying to get rid of me or something.
Totally see both sides. Totally get it. Last comment from Evester Falls. Right?
Everest Falls. Wow, dude.
It's the long comments. The font is little. I apparently need glasses or something.
Same.
When season 8 started, I so wanted the battle to start immediately, but now it is near. I'm having second thoughts because I know that a lot of characters that I've grown to love will probably die.
There's no probably.
A lot of them are going to die. And I know a lot of people can probably have a level of impatience in terms of just getting to it.
Because you want to know the outcome already. You want to know who's going to be left over so that I know who I can root for and who I cannot.
But at the same time, isn't all of this going to be even more emotional after seeing all these reunions and all of these like moments that people have had together?
Well, what the fuck are these other episodes going to be?
Well, this is going to be the battle, which will leave us with 3.
But do you think the battle's going to be 2 episodes or just 1?
No, it'll be the whole episode.
Okay.
It'll be, I imagine it'll be just like Battle of Blackwater, where basically the whole episode was the battle.
Do you think this is going to be another one-shot deal?
I'm sure they'll be in there.
Oh, that'd be so awesome.
And the way they film their battles are absolutely amazing, and this is the best one that they said.
Okay.
So I fully anticipate this to be just pure insanity.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel the same way. Like, you want to see it, but you don't want to see it. You want to know who's left, but you don't want to know who's left. You just kind of just want to be in limbo for a while.
Yeah, and again, like, I'm all about the emotional impact on this stuff. If it just started with the battle, and we never saw Brienne and Jaime in that moment, we never saw Jon and Arya in that moment, or Tyrion and Sansa, or Arya and Gendry, like, if we never saw any of this play out, it would just be, you know, it wouldn't be as, the impact emotionally wouldn't be as hard. Like, when Brienne dies protecting Jaime,
Don't.
how much more is that going to hurt knowing what happened in the last episode? You know?
You think that's what's going to happen?
Potentially. They're going to be on the battlefield together. Jaime's going to be in trouble because he can't fight anymore.
Go back to that comment. Every single time Nikki gets
Yeah.
excited about something,
See? But,
Steven runs.
but it's like one of those moments where it totally makes sense that they're going to be on the battlefield together. Jaime, his turn has come full circle within Brienne's eyes. Mm-hmm. Jaime might appear to be in trouble. Brienne's going to save him. She's going to die. That's kind of how I see that playing out. And if we never saw the knighting moment, that would diminish something like that.
Okay.
I'm all about emotional impact, which is why I want the majority of the people to die. Like, it's what I personally want, because I'm so invested in all these characters
So
that
you want
I want
them
the
to all
most
die.
painful thing to happen.
Fuck. You're a horrible person.
It's just more interesting. It's just
Horrible person.
It's just really more interesting.
Oh my god.
So,
anyways.
any final thoughts on the last episode?
No.
Because that was the last comment.
No.
All right.
I'm donezo, yo.
Okay. So, episode 4, Stikker Podcast.
I'm already on 4. That's nuts.
It's over.
I gotta go pick up kids.
The next one is 5. Wow.
Shit.
Again, so much for taking things slowly, right?
It's a weekly thing now.
It's a weekly thing. We found a way to manage it into our schedule.
I don't know how summer is gonna come with kids out of school and hanging out in the house.
Nighttime.
Oh, Jesus.
The nighttime pod. So yes, as always, thank you all very much for watching. If you are watching or listening on YouTube, leave some comments down below. Let us know what your thoughts are. As the episode has kind of sunk in, and you know, as you kind of let it settle in and see how your thoughts have evolved, changed, are they the same? Let us know in the comments down below. And if you're listening to this on any of the 1,000 different platforms that podcasts are distributed to, hit us up on social media, Nikki Steve React, Instagram and Twitter. And yeah, we will catch you guys later. Have a good one. That was fun. Another good podcast in the wraps.
Totes.
Have a good one, y'all. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.